took 25 years to write the story. It started out as a mission to write my story and to share it with other youth. When I got it out there, I realized we have caseworkers, case managers, group home managers, the detention centers, the kids in the centers. My audiences are growing and growing and growing. My mission has grown from handing a youth a book to get them through to helping the adults that are with the youth all the time understand that they may not see at that moment that what they're doing for these kids or these youth is really making a big difference. But through hearing my story and talking about my case managers and my foster parents and even those that I didn't stay with, how much every single word they said, every single pat on the shoulder really did truly make a difference in my survival.
Why would you want to come here?
Because I went 38 years of my life. One bad thing after another happened to me, and I didn't understand why. When I aged out of the foster care system at the age of 17, one bad thing after another happened until one day I went and heard someone speak, and I realized that reason. Before I leave here today, I want you to know what happened to me that day, and I want you all to walk out of here feeling like, wow, I understand it now. I'm going to put a visual in your head today to help you walk through this adversity and be something huge. You're going to do it, and I'm going to help you do that by giving you a visual today. The reason I'm here is because I think back on how long I went with this dreaded black cloud hanging over my head, and one bad thing after another happening to me. I decided, number one, I was going to finish my book. Two, I was going to go out and help those of you who just can't seem to get past that little bump. You all are going to walk out of this place one of these days soon, and you are going to have some self-confidence in yourself. You're going to lose the victim in yourself, and you're going to feel better about walking out and having a good life. Because if I could have done it and I did it, you're going to be able to do it. There's going to be books here for you to read if you're still here, so you can read this whole story. I can't tell you 30 years. There's 30 years of my life in this book right here. But the big lie that we had to live with is probably the most unforgivable lie. It's the most unthinkable lie. She did not care if there were adults upstairs. She did not care if my siblings were right outside the door. She took a shoe with a heel and beat me so bad I couldn't walk. And she said, make one sound and I'll be back and I'll get you worse. Tell one person what just happened. Not only will I get you, but I will get your sisters.
It's a sad story.
It got to where I couldn't cry. 6 months into it, it was like, I can't cry. I'm not allowed to tell anybody. I can't cry. If you don't cry, I won't make sure you cry. This place where she'd take one of the twins who were only 5 years old, and she'd take them, make me sit on the stairs outside their door. She'd slam that door shut, and she'd work them over, and those little girls would bounce off the wall. The screams, the horror that went on beside that wall. She would beat them, and then she'd come out and she'd say, you gonna cry next time? You gonna cry next time? And if you don't, I'll get the other ones. This woman was the most brutal woman. So, this is just a small picture of what happened. This was life before foster care. And I'm gonna let you ask a couple questions because I'm gonna talk about the next phase. What I've been doing for the past year or so has really been something that I've dreamt about for many, many years. One of my foster parents allowed me to have a horse. I remember pouring my soul into this horse every single day. These kids do the same thing. There's something about this that just brings out the absolute best in a child who just doesn't have a direction. They come out here and they forget it all. The dogs, the fishing, the rides in the wood. They put their arms around these horses. They love them. They run, they scream, they just have fun. There's nothing for me more rewarding than to see the smiles and hear the laughter of kids whose worlds are just in a total pivotal, out of control place. And for them to love coming out here and spending time with these beasts of ours is just a wonderful feeling and rewarding feeling. You agree with me. To me, being able to motivate them to smile again, to realize that there's hope in the situation that they're in is just an amazing thing for me.
It's an invitation to live beyond our lives and leave this world a better place. Our salvation, it's bigger than you and I. Second birth, a saving grace.
We go fishing all the time, and it's really great. And then we have bonfires and very good escape.
It's just getting out of the house and being able to have fun with friends and making friends and like avoiding all the drama and everything.
I think it's a good time, helping other people, helping people like us with problems, like giving back to us.
Well, I've actually learned a lot from this place. Learned that anger is really not the best solution. Because anger gets you to places that you really don't want to be. And I've been to those places.
She's doing it for the good of people. I love coming to her house. It's my escape zone. We come here, we have fun. It made me realize that we gotta let go of the past.
And now we have come to save the day.
I get a lot of feedback and a lot of reviews about how this story and the message of this story reminds people of the motives that they got into helping youth and being involved with youth, and it kind of refreshes and revives the magistrates, the judges, the caseworkers, the administrators. This story just literally goes back and touches them on the shoulder and says to them, from my feedback that I get back is, hey, this really reminds us of why we did this. We may never know if we really reach these kids, and this is just like fresh air to them. I mean, and that those words have actually been used to me in letters. It's like a breath of fresh air, for those that are thinking that their works are just not touching these kids. It's girl, but she's a little bit particular about the camera.